Hi everybody, Steve here with Specialty Answering Service, and today I'm here to talk to you about how to make the most of your time with Specialty Answering Service. So you may not know, but there are a number of different features and facets included on our service that go beyond just that basic call handling of collecting a message. There's a lot more that we can do for you. And that's what I'm going to go over today so that you can try out everything that we have to offer you. But first, I'm going to take a stab at some basics just so you know who to turn to when you need help, whether that is to add these additional features on or if you need help making some changes to how we're serving you. So of course, the best place to turn to if you ever need help is our wonderful customer support team. They are available to you 8:30 a.m. to 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. However, if you do need to reach out to them, be outside of those hours, there are support agents on call that will be able to help you. That's just the time that they are in the office. And how to get in touch with them, you ask? Well, you can call them on the phone. You can shoot them an email if you need changes or want them to reach out to you to assist you. You can also open a live chat on our website and chat right back and forth with an agent in our office to help make any changes again, or if you need assistance, have any questions for us, it's the best way to get in touch with them as well. And if you aren't able to speak with them on one of these first three options, they also maintain an online help desk which they have created an update as the information and answers to your questions may change, so that if you ever do have a question that you may just want to type into our online help desk, see if you can get the answer there. That is available to you 24/7, so if you ever need to reference it, it has a lot of good answers in there that can kind of save you the phone, email, or live chat, make that change right then and there for you. Now, if you do need to make any changes or want to check on anything in regards to your service, there are also some platform-specific ways that you can do that as well. Now I'm going to start with our per minute advanced platform. On this platform, that includes our online portal and smartphone app. Through both the portal and the app, you can go and view any aspect of your service as well as modify any aspect of your service, whether that is how we're handling those calls, how we're getting the messages to you, or if you want to track your usage, see that those descriptions and details of your billing, anything in regards to our service that you need to view or change, available to see and modify on that app and portal. Now, if you are on our Essentials per call platform, on that platform, you can actually call right into your operators to get any messages, make any updates, or if you do have any questions, you can ask them. If they can't answer it, they can get it on to a supervisor or get you over to our support team, just so that any issues you may experience or any questions that are left unanswered can be resolved as quickly as possible. So like I said, per call platform, you call right into the operators. Per minute, you have that online portal and smartphone app. Now, I'm going to next show you all the different advanced features that are actually free to you that you may not know about. And there's a lot of cool things that you can add on both of our platforms. I'm going to bring them to you in just a second. So as I was saying, there are a number of different features you can actually use with our service that are completely free that you may not know about and can actually really enhance the service you use with us and can kind of help you out if you're ever presenting anything with our service to your team or just other members of your business who are not too familiar with our logistics and our service. So some of them I want to bring to your attention today are rating calls. You can actually rate each call that comes in on your line through the online portal. After the call ends, you can go in there, rate it on a 1 to 5 star scale, and even leave some notes for the operators or the call center supervisors on how we can just better our performance for you, so that we're always handling your calls to your expectations and standards. Another cool feature that you can do through the online portal is also generate reports. Now with those reports, there's an entire section of our online portal dedicated to those reports, and you can run a statistic on basically any report you can think of. And in there, every single statistic is updated after each call that comes in, so that you have the most up-to-date information for your own records or to present to your team. You can also create surveys that we can send out after the call has concluded if you would ever want us to do so as an extra feature on your service with us. We also integrate with a number of different applications. So whether that is a program that you want us to push the information that we collected on the call into, or if it's something such as a program in the G Suite with Google, we do have a number of integrations with them as well, such as Google Calendar to schedule appointments, Google Maps to send directions, and so on and so forth. We can also, with our integration with the SAS email app, send prepared email templates to your callers at the conclusion of the call. So there are a lot of cool features that you can utilize beyond that basic message intake with those app integrations to help out your callers in the best way you can think of. We also, of course, have our mobile app so that all those different features and facets that are available in that online portal, you can both view and modify them on the go so that you can interact with our service wherever you are, whenever you want to, so that you don't have to be in front of the desk, because we know you're on the go, you're attending to things in regards to your business, both inside and outside the office, so everything is always available at your fingertips through that mobile app. You can also add custom status labels, which really come in handy if you have more than one person going into the online portal and smartphone app on your service with us. So with those custom status labels, after calls come in, what you can do with them is you can either add a person's name, like you see John or Sally here, or an action such as call somebody back, follow up, anything like that, so that if many people from your team are going into that portal, they can see exactly who's handling that call or what action needs to be taken with a particular call or individual, just so you can all be on the same page. You're not having multiple people dial the same person, just to keep everything clear and concise for you and your team. And then, of course, you can create and edit on-call schedules within the online portal and smartphone app. So with that, if you know your on-call schedule for maybe 2 months, even 3 months in advance, you can enter that all in one sitting. You can color code it so you can see when the schedule changes, and then even put in those specifications of how many times we should call someone, or what is the order for that day of who we should call. And then you can also modify that in real time. Say if the individual that's on call that night, or somebody in that on-call schedule, maybe they fall ill, or a prior commitment, or an unforeseen circumstance pops up, you can make quick time changes right in there, so that we are always reaching out to the correct person at the right time, even if there is a quick change that wasn't in there earlier that day. Now, these are some of the free features that you can add onto your service at any given time. And believe it or not, there's even more features that you can add onto your service. Of course, as you can see here, I'm a little limited with board space, but I'll bring those additional features to you in just a moment. So as I was saying, there's even more add-ons that you can add to your service with us to enhance your time with specialty answering service. Now, unlike the different features I had just shown you moments ago, the features I'm about to let you know about, they aren't free with the service, but they come at a very cost-effective price, especially if you do need these additional services added on to your inbound service. So the first two I'm going to start with, outbound return calling and outbound calling. They can actually be added to your inbound account as long as you are on at least the 1,000 minute plan for 2 months in good standing. And what these two features are, outbound return calling, this is if, say, somebody were to call into your business, say you have conditional call forwarding on, or they call into the service, your line's directly forwarded to us, and say something happens where maybe they hang up the phone, they don't get on the line with the operator. The operator calls back to check in, make sure that maybe something got disconnected or whatever the situation is. We go that extra step to call that caller back, see if we can assist them with anything, if there's any information we can gather from them to get over to you and your team, just to make sure every lead that is coming in is being captured as quickly as possible, and of course how you have set up for us. Now the outbound calling, that doesn't need to be triggered by the inbound call like this outbound return call feature. With the outbound calling, basically you let us know what we need to do, how we need to call out to your callers, your leads that you've sent over to us, and then we can make those outbound calls as a representative of your business on top of the inbound calls we would currently be handling. And like I said, that can be added on, just that 1,000 minute plan, 2 months in good standing. Another a feature that you can add on to your service with us is bilingual operators. If you do expect clientele or callers to be calling in who may only speak Spanish or just don't have as good as that good English, we can of course have the bilingual operators handle the calls in English or in Spanish, and they get you the message in English and let you know that the call was taken in Spanish, just so that you know if you are taking a follow-up action or placing a return call. You have that in mind, that that individual may not be able to speak the full English or as well English as you do. You can also add on an automated IVR, just in case you want us to maybe handle the lines for different departments or anything like that, where you would want the callers to make a selection. Press 1 for sales, press 2 for support, press 3 for billing, anything along the lines of that. We can add that for you so that once the callers call in and they make that selection, it maybe skips that step of that beginning qualifying question from our operators. We can also add on for you sub-accounts. Now what a sub-account is we provide you a whole specific line, separate scripting from your main line, but they will all share just one invoice. So this especially helps if, say you have multiple locations, or even just like that automated IVR, you have different departments, just different entities that want different types of call handling, but you just want one bill at the end of the month. This way, you can have multiple lines on just your one service with us, each with their own distinct call handling and number. And then at the end of the month, we would send you just one bill, and it would show you the breakdown of what part of the plan you've selected was used by each line. So you would only select one plan that would encompass the volume of all 3 lines. Like I said, that helps out if you do want that one invoice at the end of the month, but you need that very separate, very unique call handling for either different departments, different places that we would be handling calls for. And so that pretty much is, again, more additional features that you can add on and different things that can help you make the most of your time with specialty answering service. Like I said at the beginning, if you want to utilize any of the features that I've outlined for you today, feel free to reach out to our customer support team. They'll let you know how you can add these things on and just really enhance the service you have with specialty answering service. If you ever need anything, be sure to give them a call, 866-688-8912, and they'd be more than happy to help you out.